Me or Jacob?
You. Well, both of you.
I
I'm
thought
not
about
allowed.
doing an
I had to
OnlyFans.
cancel my OnlyFans.
I wanted to do one, but just have the camera. Like I have this fan that I have that I use at night, and I was just gonna keep the fan on and just put like a camera on it, just
Well,
24 hours a
apparently
day.
there is someone on Pornhub who just posts really wholesome shit and somehow got subscribers and stuff, and they kind of have a monopoly on it.
Wow, that's kind
I
of
thought
cool.
I thought
It
about
is.
doing one that was like a joke OnlyFans, but it's actually like an OnlyFans of like me shirtless and shit.
Ew.
But it's just like gross. Like people
Which
subscribe
leads,
to it just for comedy.
which just reminds me of the fact that you, Jacob, and me are two of the elite. We are the two unpublished episodes of the whatever fuck you podcast that
Yours
will
is
never see the
also
light
not
of day.
published?
I
Why
don't
didn't
think
they
it's going
publish
to
yours?
be.
Dude,
Because
I
they
just
did Jason's.
yeah. Well, I recorded that like 2 months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe mine will come out. I was just like, well, I was blackout drunk, so it's probably not coming out.
Yeah, honestly, that was so long ago. I don't even remember when we did it. I just know it
Yeah.
was like months ago.
Damn.
Dude, when did Chadwick Boseman die? Like it was that long ago that I recorded that one, and it didn't come out because we found out on air that Chadwick Boseman died, and like we
And
were
then you
all
sadly had to put your shirt back on.
yeah, we were all shirtless, like all three of us. It was just like really crazy shit happening, and I was just like, guys, Chadwick Boseman died,
That's
and then we talked about Chadwick Boseman for like 30 minutes.
yeah. It's hard to be
Damn.
shirtless and funny when somebody that cool dies. You know.
Exactly, especially because we're all three Chadwick Boseman fans
Yeah.
and Black Panther fans. It's
So what do
like,
you
Right.
guys think about that? I think it's kind of like stupid that they don't want to recast the Black Panther because, I mean, if Chris, which Chris played
But we
Captain
can have
America?
like five. We can have
Yeah.
like
Evans.
12 different people do Batman.
Yeah,
but we
we've had
can't have
like
another Black
25
Panther.
Batmans at this point. Like, why can't
Yeah.
we have different Black Panther? I mean, just because he died and we replace him doesn't mean, he's not in the history books or whatever.
that's the thing is that Chadwick Boseman 100% would still want Black
Yeah.
Panther to be
He
in
wants
the movie.
Black Panther to live on. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's like one of the coolest. Even when I was a kid reading comics, like Black Panther was cool. Like
Yeah.
one of the coolest like comic book characters, and like it's very rare to have like an African American well not like playing like an African demigod basically, and a superhero for like kids to look up to, and because he died, they're just like, nope. Can't do that. We're not going to recast. Like, why? That's
Let the
dumb.
legacy live on. I get it. I enjoyed it. He was like super hot and did all the shit, but like we can get another hot black dude in there to do it.
Yeah, I guarantee you that if Chris Evans died in the middle of making the movies, they'd have been like, get another Chris in here.
Yeah, I mean, especially because yeah, sure, he looks good, but also like he's the most generic version of a hot white guy.
Yeah. It's
Like
well,
my thing when I was like 14 or 15, I was like super into Daredevil. I don't know why. I really liked Ben Affleck doing that role. And yeah, he wasn't like, a minority, but he was blind, so
yeah, I think that counts.
yeah. I
And
think
and he
so.
was Ben Affleck. That's a huge minority.
Yeah, that was
There's only one.
you goofy son of a bitch.
We should start the podcast.
Yeah.
We're running out of time already.
Well, I mean, we're already going. Do I even need to play the theme music, or do we just
Only if you want
talk?
to. I
Well,
mean, where does the theme music come from? Did you like do it yourself or?
Oh yeah, me and I don't. Do you know who Tony Byrne is? From the band Byrne.
I don't know.
Well, he's a guitar player. He's in a band called Byrne, and we've known each other for a long, long time. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, can you come up with a good riff for our podcast?" He came up with the riff, and I went over to his house. He's got a studio. I rocked the drums, and he played the guitar, and we knocked it out in like 10 minutes.
Very cool.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. But let me go ahead and play it, and we'll go
Yeah.
into the episode. Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
we can't either. It's
I know it's a weekend.
Whoa, it is an extra episode. That's what we're doing tonight. We are the Open Micers Podcast. My name is Jason Robbins.
I'm Jacob Craig, and we are joined yet again, the triumphant return from the very lovely, my comedy girlfriend, Patty Dwyer, everybody. It's been so many weeks, Patty, from episode 4. Wow. It's been like 30 weeks.
It's been like almost a year at this point.
How many weeks are in a year?
52.
It's like 52, dude.
How do you not know that?
I thought you were a nerd.
Bro, I'm not a smart nerd. I'm just the nerd that like doesn't get laid. Like I'm that kind of nerd.
You're just like, I like Harry Potter.
That's that Van Cleave education he's got.
Oh yeah, for sure. I went to school in the woods. My teacher was a wolf.
I don't doubt
I graduated from Gaucher, so I guess that's barely a step up.
Yeah, Gaucher is just like fake ghetto, pretty much. It's like you talk mad shit, and then it's like you don't even own a gun. But we're talking to you now, Patty, because you recently started your own production company with 2 other people called Aquaries. Am I saying that right? I fucking hope so.
It's Aquaries.
I've been saying it a lot already.
I said it wrong at first too. I don't blame you, but it is Aquaries. Yeah.
Where'd that name come from?
Zachary. It's a Dalton thing. I don't know. Don't ask me. Oh. Someone had to come up with a name.
Did he mean to say Aquarius, but just forgot the U, or?
Well, I looked it up. A lot of other people use the name Aquarius for companies and shit, apparently. But
weird.
Yeah.
There was actually another Open Micers podcast called The Open Micers Podcast, and they had their last episode when we were on like episode 6. So fuck those guys. Am I right?
So it worked out perfectly.
Worked out great for us.
Yeah,
did you listen to it at all? Do you know if it was good?
No.
Fuck them. Yeah, there's another Zachary Perkins, and he's, he occupies a lot of the space.
Is that the guy with the stupid fucking mustache and the stupid music video that just came out, and like the like stupid suits and all that stuff? And
that
the guy's like, "Hey,
was fucking dope, dude."
I was like, "Hey, I'm Zachary Perkins. I need free drinks. Do you not know who I am?" Like that guy.
Yeah. The Zachary Perkins.
The Zachary Perkins.
Like, calm down, bro.
That happened in Panama.
It was a joke. It was funny.
It was funny, baby.
Yeah, he said thanks.
But anyways, talk about your production company before we waste way too much time.
So, I mean, basically, I'm a comedian, and now after about a year and a half, I know a lot of comedians. They have been making their own music videos with Chad Singleton, who's super dope. And but they're really good at creating content and creating like stories and structuring things like that. And so they've already made 2 music videos, one of which is unlisted because it was for a friend. We might put it out one day. It's super special, but it's also super embarrassing. We'll show it to you guys. We'll show you a personal link, but
okay,
that might have to come out later. But we just finished Knuckle Nate's music video, and it was super fun to make. And they're both musicians, and they are work with other people who makes music and do stuff like that. So bringing all of those things together kind of gives us an opportunity to give other comedians like affordable reels. Like we can make reels for them to send out and get booked on shows and things like that.
What are you talking about as far as pricing goes? Like, what can somebody if you get do you just kind of go set up for that one person, or do you want to do like where you go set up for like an entire open mic night and just kind of get everybody to give you money, or you come in for that one person?
I mean, honestly, we could do either or. We're still figuring out those details. And I mean, I want to make it affordable, but also like they've spent a lot of money on this equipment, and it's like high quality. Like I don't know all the words and stuff. I don't know all the words. Zach was just saying it earlier. We had like a 4K camera, and then like the audio, the way they do it. I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm getting on the Skillshare, you guys.
The people listening to this don't know the words either. So
exactly.
What anyone needs to know is that it's like Hollywood
high quality.
Level, like Hollywood type grade.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Like, I kind of wanted to make the show on Friday a little special, but we we're still missing a couple parts, and we don't want to burn these cameras out and them to just die on us or whatever. So, but we could probably do like a group reel and like sell it, kind of like we did at the juke one night. Everybody's throwing $20 and then everybody gets some. Or if just an individual comedian wants to purchase a reel, we'll go shoot it, and it'll have like different camera angles. We have multiple cameras, so you get shots of the crowd. We have different mics, so we can mic the crowd.
Are you on fire? What's happening over there?
Is Zachary Perkins your personal fog
Zach
machine?
Is vaping. Let me see that. Actually, I need that.
Show that little picture from the.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's my birthday.
Hold on. How do I open your phone?
Did he just say today's his birthday?
Yes.
His birthday's in September. Here, this is a shot from the said music video. It was for a song called Lullaby. So just for some context.
What is happening?
There was 3 or 4 grown men in diapers.
Nice.
So that's why it's an unlisted video as of right now. We got to create more hype to be able to release this sort of thing.
3 men in a diaper. That's just a regular Tuesday at Jacob's house.
I was about to say, and you didn't even invite me.
Oh, man. All right. Lullaby Part 2? You're there, Jacob.
Thank you. How can you not have a fat guy in a diaper? Come on.
Well, they had.
I smell new podcast artwork is what I smell in that state.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get it, dude.
Dude, we should sell for our TeePublic pictures of me in a dress.
Dude, that's not a bad idea. We could actually do that. If there's
People
a good
love
picture
me
of
in
you
that
in the dress,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and we want to do photography and shit like that too. I mean, we have the cameras, why the fuck not? But we were talking about, for a while we talked about doing like a landmass calendar, but I was like, nobody would get together on it. So I was like, I want to make a comedic calendar. Like we could totally get together and do that. That would be super fun, I think.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a little late in the game, but we could just do like, hey, let's get a quarterly one or something. I don't know.
That's a good idea, actually. We could sell a lot of those around here.
We could. And I will get as naked as you need me to be.
Okay, we'll do it together.
I very much promise.
Do I need to step out and let you two have a moment alone?
Yes, go
No,
ahead,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that I am open to full frontal nudity. That I am a true actor. I will commit to my craft.
You to know,
I don't need the dick sock.
I am not comfortable with you full frontal.
Jason's not a true artist.
Yeah. I've said my dick is small enough on stage that like people will see it on a calendar and be like,
what? I would finally like
not
to
half
see
bad.
like the botched circumcision. I do I do wonder about it,
I think a lot of people do wonder about my circumcision. It truly is like half and half, or maybe like 3/4 circumcised. Yeah.
That's so crazy to me. I mean, it's not giving you any problems, right?
I understand it was the doctor's first circumcision, but don't they have like a dummy you practice on, or like before you actually do that? Or
what he was supposed to have done is, so I was bleeding a lot. Like he thought that he like hit an artery or some shit, but there are arteries in your dick. So
look, all your dick is a sponge for blood. That's basically what your dick is.
But he thought he killed me, so he didn't cut the rest of it off, and he was like, "Oh, he'll just grow into it." But he was supposed to cut the rest.
He's like, he's gonna bleed out if I don't stop. I mean, well, but here's the thing: he probably wasn't expecting that if that was his first time, because he doesn't realize how barbaric a fucking circumcision is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is like some old Jewish man could have just bit it off. And like, this is a medical doctor.
Yeah, it would have been done. He's like, I've been doing this for 50 years.
You need a moil. You got a moil in here? Chew off the rest of it.
But anyway.
Bring the Jew in.
Get the space lasers. Get the space laser. We'll take the rest of that off.
Get the space laser. That's how they need to do every circumcision from now on, is a Jewish space laser.
Dude, I've been using Jewish space laser for everything. Like, I had to give somebody money on Venmo the other day, and I wrote, like, for hookers and Jewish space lasers. Like, I'm putting it on everything. I want to make a band called Jewish Space Lasers. That's how far I want to take it.
Anakin Skystein.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Thank you. I just thought of it now.
Comedian. But you do have a comedy show coming up this Friday, Patty, and
Super excited about it.
it's a very special comedy show because I mean you have one of the funniest people to have ever walked the earth on it. So why don't you tell us about it?
George Carlin?
All
He's
right.
going to be there?
I mean, close, a little better than Carlin.
Well, the thing about it is, I'm so fucking proud of this because it's the first time I've actually like produced and hosted a show all on my own. I've done everything for it, so I'm so fucking excited, and I got really cool people on it, like Jacob Craig's dumbass.
Whoa! Hold the phone. You
I
have
love
the Jacob
the
Craig on a
Jacob
show.
Craig is gonna be there.
Local celebrity Jacob Craig.
Exactly, straight
But,
from
hey,
St. Cloud.
You know who's not going to be there?
Oh fuck, I think it's Jason Robbins. Next one, buddy. I can.
You know what?
I wanted to make this a big deal and bring people
So
from
and not
elsewhere.
you wanted it to be a big deal, so you
No,
didn't
I
ask
wanted
me to be
to
on
be like,
it.
look at all these
Yeah.
people coming in. Oh my god, I didn't mean that. Jason.
Look, only one of us has local celebrity in front of their names. Okay.
Oh my
He's
god,
been
that was,
podcasting way longer than you, Jacob.
that was funny.
You're right. When Jason first started podcasting, they had just invented the wheel.
Yeah.
It was literally just a wood frame in front of his face.
I had to
And
crank up.
Nobody's.
Nothing.
I had to crank up the internet like an old Ford engine from like the 20s, like.
But you know what? Your set at Belux, Jason, was awesome. I loved it.
But you know what was weird? It worked so good that night, and then I did the same set Tuesday night
At the Juke, yeah.
Juke, and it was crickets the whole
I
night.
know.
It's like,
It's
what is
crazy.
happening right now?
Probably because you're not a local
It's
celebrity.
incredible how that
You know,
happens. I
I'm gonna-
think it's also nice being in a new room.
Yeah.
But shit, you had such good material, and the Skrillex bit, I fucking love that. When you tell that shit, it makes me laugh so hard.
I don't know if I should say this on the podcast because he might actually listen to this. But there's a guy that comes to the open mic, and he did one of the very first comedians up that night. Did one of the most cringeworthy things.
The most racist thing I've ever seen at the
Yes,
Juke,
that
and I've seen a lot of
was-
racist shit there.
And
I'm
it wasn't
like,
me, guys. It wasn't me.
Not you, not
It
this
wasn't
time.
me.
dude. It was like it made me like I don't get uncomfortable to anything, and I was uncomfortable. I was like,
Everybody was
"Ugh."
uncomfortable. I mean, he's done it before where he's read like basically internet jokes off a sheet of paper. And it was like the most boomerish like puns and stuff. And like he does not play to that crowd, is what it is. Like you're in a room full of millennials, and they're all like, "Damn, this is racist, bro." And we're all just like, the only times anybody laughed was when they were like, "Wow, he's so uncomfortable now. It's funny."
Yeah.
And I don't want to like censor anyone, but it's also like, where do you draw the line?
yeah,
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'll
Maybe.
be honest. If I was running that show, if that was my show, he would have got like a minute in, and I'd have been up there and be like, "Dude, you got to
Yeah.
go. I'm sorry. This is just you're killing the room right now."
It was rough. The only 3 people that laughed were the 3 boomer ladies he brought with him.
I
And they were like surprised. They're like, "We thought you were funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you used to spit on black people." Oops.
Oh my god.
I don't know those women. I don't know them.
But you're not wrong though. Like,
Yeah.
You were wrong with the used to. They probably still do.
yeah, I was gonna say they probably still do, but that was. I don't want to. That was almost a Jason Waterfalls situation, like because like he was getting aggro with everybody because nobody was laughing, and I'm like, dude, you're like not funny at all.
Yeah.
Like, you're the
reason
opposite.
no one's laughing.
Yeah, you're the opposite of funny.
Yeah, he's like, "Why is this not working?"
Like, I wonder because you're just like being racist as fuck right now.
And,
Which,
like,
to be
doing
fair, that's
complete-
how a lot of open micers are when they first start. But if it's the
No,
guy I
dude.
think you guys are talking about,
No,
then
dude, he was like putting on a character.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
stayed in character the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like doing a character is fine. It can be funny, but like the way he went about that was no, don't don't do stereotypes that
Yeah.
you think are funny about people of another race. That's just not gonna work for you,
No.
white guy, older white
It
guy.
reminds me a lot of Zachary Perkins comedy.
No.
Just a little bit.
No, well, it's like I was gonna say, like a lot of people like to. Everybody in the scene kind of likes to say, "Oh, some people just like to do things for to be edgy for edgy's sake." Like we all say edgy shit, okay? We all say things that like you might find offensive if it was taken out of context, if it wasn't on a stage. But like that shit was legitimately just racist. That was like the most edgiest thing you could have done because it's just not acceptable.
Yeah.
Like the shit we say, at least even if it's wrong, it's funny,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, when we say off-color shit like that, it's like that we don't mean it. But
Yeah.
when he did something like
I
that, it's
think he
like,
did.
dude, you totally mean this, and like, it's not funny to anybody but you.
It was super cringy. That was probably the worst set I've ever seen.
Dude, I'm gonna feel equally as bad, but I'm not gonna say her name. But there was this one girl I was booked to do a show with. It was a comedy like competition thing, and I wasn't in the competition. I was actually the feature that night, and this was her first time ever doing 10 minutes, and she had only done comedy once before, and she got booked on the promise that she would keep coming to the open mics and working on her
I think
set.
I remember this.
You were there for
Yeah,
sure because you were in the
remember this.
competition. And she did her set and she forgot where she was, and then she just blurted out. She was like, it finally came to her. She was like, "Oh yeah, Asians are the worst race, aren't they?" Like that was what she was trying to remember.
She's
And
like, this is my punchline.
Yeah, that was her punchline. Like that was the whole thing.
That hurts me physically.
Well, it's just like when Zach does that thing where he's like, "Oh man, goddamn Puerto Ricans," or
Yeah.
like, but in the context, it's funny, and he doesn't mean it obviously. But she's just like, "They're the worst."
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
her
awful.
literal line was just, "Oh yeah, Asians are the worst race." And then she went into something about that, but no, everyone stopped listening. Like everyone just kind of looked at each other.
Because
It's like,
that's
what
the whole
fuck?
premise. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the premise.
No, she doubled down on why Asians are the worst race, and I was like, that I don't know.
If you're on stage and you say something fucked up and you got to double down on it, you're not getting the audience back at that point. Like
No,
you've
you gotta
already
bail
lost.
out, bud.
You
No,
might as
you
well
better
just
start making
go.
fun of yourself and how dumb you are.
Yeah,
because that
exactly.
might do it for you.
Ugh.
I mean, she had already lost the competition at that point. She should have just been like, "Well, good night."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Just drop it.
Just cut your losses.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Just get out.
God, there's nothing worse than like having to sit through somebody's set who was just being so just cringeworthy, and like that was.
And they won't stop.
They won't stop. Like that set was probably only like 3 minutes long, but like for some reason the space-time continuum stretched, and it felt like he was up there for like half an hour.
It makes it feel like forever. Yeah.
Ugh, that was.
Because I know,
awful.
like sometimes when you're bombing, it's like, all right, I just gotta power through it. But if you're being offensive and you're bombing, you should probably just fucking stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's like if you're walking people, you should get off stage. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it way too often where someone will walk somebody and they'd be like, "Oh, thank God, goodbye." It's like, no, I wanted them there. Get off stage.
You need to leave. Yeah, I pictured that night everybody was just kind of staring at each other like, can this end now? Like right now?
And then
we were all in it together.
It's so hard to get the room back after something like that. And then when the person who does that is there with like 3 or 4 other people, which makes up like half the room, it's even harder to like get the crowd. It's like, oh, this is off. I should have just left. Like after my first, like the first Keith Richards bit I did that killed Friday night. As soon as I did that and got crickets, I should have just been like, all right, guys, I'm just going to come back.
Laughed. And you know what? Those people are old. They know Keith Richards. They should have laughed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know him personally.
So you went up right after
day.
him, huh?
Yeah. No,
oh,
did
shit.
I don't remember. No,
well,
I went up
Terrell
later.
did.
Yeah, Terrell did.
Terrell was like, you know what? You stayed in character. I guess kudos to you. And I'm like, I texted him later and was like, "How did you give that man props? That was the most racist shit I've seen in a long time."
Yeah.
He's like, I think he just felt bad for him.
Nobody should feel bad for that guy.
Yeah. But you know a thing or two about open mics, Patty, because you host your own open mic every Sunday.
At
Is that the
Marley's
correct
Music,
information?
downtown Biloxi.
Do I have the right Patty Dwyer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And now it's actually it's now we can bring people in, and if it gets too crowded, honestly, we can take it outside. The green out there is huge. We can bring the speaker out and stuff. Not that enough people show up, because I don't think that most people realize that there is a live audience welcome now. We did have a couple people like 2 weeks ago that came that were not like regulars. And they suggested some music and stuff. But what it is we do the open mic, we do some comedy, and then we take suggestions in person and through the live stream for weird songs, cringy songs, awkward songs, and then we just kind of sit through it and laugh and like make jokes about it. And it's actually been pretty entertaining, I will say that.
Awesome. So I could actually bring my Falls from Grace album to you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Play it.
And if there's a vinyl record of it, and Marley probably has it because he has like everything in that store and he knows where everything is. Or we can play stuff straight from YouTube through the speaker or through Spotify or whatever. So whatever way we can pull it up, we'll do it.
That's awesome. So Falls from Grace, Falls as well, anything like that.
Because they are on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Hey, at least I'm talented enough to have made albums, jackass.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so is Zachary Perkins, but I mean it's not really that, big of a...
well, was Mr. Zachary Perkins signed to Universal Records, jackass?
Yeah. Yes, Zach. You're not even the most talented musician on the Zoom right now.
Honestly, I can't tell you because I've been, every time I see your shit, I'm like, oh, I should check out his album, but I like haven't. So I really can't compare. I really can't compare.
All right, we have a
he has 9 Spotify followers.
We have established on this podcast that Patty does not like me at all. I
like you, Jason.
She doesn't listen to my music. She refuses to listen to my music. She won't book me on her shows.
I've had one show. And I'm the one that requested that you link us Monsters Anonymous because I wanted to see your fabulous acting skills.
And you haven't seen that yet?
I did. I watched it because I was like, what's the Venmo link, bro? And you were like, here you go.
Okay.
Not Venmo.
Prime. Amazon Prime. It's on
Prime?
Amazon Prime, people. Go watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, watch Monsters Anonymous. I mean, Bill O'Halloran is in that shit. I mean,
Wally
Phelps.
Old Billy Halloran, man.
Old Bill O'Halloran.
Fucking Dante's in that shit.
Then she comes on here and she says, "I wanted the show to be successful, so I didn't ask you to be on it."
Big. I only wanted to bring one local person on. God damn it.
And so she picked the best local comedian. Hands down, Jason. She was put in a position where she said, I need the funniest local comedian in Mississippi, so I have to go with local celebrity Jacob Craig.
That's right.
It's that simple.
You're so
best comedy host in the 228, Jacob Craig. Vote for me, 228 Awards.
Yeah, and I'm the funniest comedian in the 228. I'm sorry you weren't nominated.
That got
mixed
up,
my fault.
isn't it? It's weird how I got nominated.
You know what the best part of the 228 Awards is? If you go to 228awards.com, you can vote for like best comedy host, funniest comedian, stuff like that. And then there's best bowling alley, and you can vote for Touch Biloxi as the best bowling alley.
Please do.
How did
and
that
if you get
happen?
a chance to vote for the most handsome mayor, Sean Edward McSweeney.
Yeah, who's not a mayor.
Shh. I want them to honor these votes, okay?
Yeah. That shit's so fucked, though, guys. I'm just gonna say it right now. The nominations are so fucked for that.
How did
I know, it's so weird.
how did you not get nominated for best comedy host and funniest comedian? And how did I not get
But like
voted
someone
for
who
funniest
hasn't
comedian and best
hosted
comedy
anything
host?
in like a year and a half at least has been nominated for comedy host. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Wally got nominated. He doesn't even know how he got nominated for best host. He hasn't hosted anything
It's
in over
because
a
people
year.
just love him.
How the hell did I not get nominated for at least like baldest guy or something? Like I got nothing.
Is that a category?
I don't know.
If it was a category, I guarantee you the motherfucker with the most hair in the world would get nominated.
Probably. It'd
It's
be
so
Did
you.
Wally
fucked,
also
dude.
get written in for like a congressman position,
Oh
like
yeah,
for local?
we had like a bunch of people wrote him in for a Mississippi congressman because Stephen Palazzo is a pile of monkey shit.
He's a real that guy that did that bit at the juke.
So I'm telling you, when the next election comes around, Wally's gonna run for Congress, and we're gonna push the shit out of it.
Yeah,
Because
You know
he
what?
actually
He's
got a
a-
percentage.
He's a
Yeah,
good
no,
person, which is more than I can say for any other politician, really. So
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Stephen Palazzo is literal monkey shit. Like you look at his DNA, it will say his DNA will come back and it will say monkey shit is what it'll say.
Yeah. I don't know how, like, in the most, like, pro-military state in the entire world, the guy who went AWOL from the military is our fucking
oh,
congressman.
did he? I didn't
Yeah,
even
he
know
went.
that.
He's still, like, right now AWOL from the military.
Jesus.
Like, he should probably, like, be arrested by
It's
the
because
MPs.
we're Mississippi. We could literally have Jeffrey Dahmer, if he was still alive, could run for Congress as long as he's holding a Bible and says, we don't need abortions. He would get
Look, Jeff
voted for
was
Congress.
just a
Rip my
troubled
boy.
young man. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything
Yeah.
wrong.
He gave his life over to Jesus, so he's all good now.
Didn't Jeffrey Dahmer die from getting a broomstick shoved up his ass in prison?
No, I think he just got stabbed with it, like in the
Oh,
neck
okay.
or something like that.
I'm not even sure. Usually they go to prison and then they get cancer before they can even
No,
get
he
it.
was like in the laundry room doing laundry or something, like working the laundry shift, and somebody came in and like stabbed him in the neck with like a broken broom handle or something, or a mop handle.
Damn, that's brutal.
Yeah. Well, he did eat like 10 people, so he kind of deserved it.
Yeah, yeah. He was just trying to keep those boys in his heart because he was
It's not that
lonely.
I don't really have a whole lot of sympathy for the guy.
I understand, but if, as far as serial killers goes, his story is like really sad. I know too much about it. That's the fucking problem. Okay.
Patty's like,
Yeah.
fuck Jason
I
Robbins.
sympathize.
Is Jeffrey Dahmer still alive? Can we get him for the show?
Why is Patty from Brooklyn?
I don't know.
He's German.
I'm like half a psychopath, so I
Scheiße.
kind of understand.
Fick dich schon gerne higher.
Patty.
Look, a lot of valuable information came out of those experiments. Is all I'm saying.
Hey, well, so you gotta break a few eggs if you want to make an omelet, or
Hey.
gotta bake a few Jews to make a cake or something. I don't.
Patty, are you a fan of the
Anakin
Jew
Sky
cake?
Scheme, get your ass in here.
It was wrong, though. I mean, yeah, we made some scientific
I
advances.
know
but
it's wrong.
damn,
You're
we-
right. I'm
We
just
wiped
joshing.
like 6 million people off the planet, and then they came back and they made space lasers. So thank you, Jews, for the space lasers.
I tell you, I feel a lot safer at night knowing that a Jewish space laser is watching over me
No
up in the
kidding.
heavens.
Hey guys, did you guys notice something about me?
No,
I finally got eyes back.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did
remember
notice
that bit I used to do about chaos magic, where
Yeah.
I just would get drunk and lose my glasses?
Yeah.
Um,
You haven't
yeah, it's been
drunk in
over a
couple
year.
days?
It's been over a year, and now I have glasses again, and it's fabulous.
I like your purple light. You look very
Yeah, you look like a Twitch streamer.
yeah.
Thank you. I'll be on there soon, probably.
You know what you look like? You're about to play some like what's that lady that does the like all the love
Pokimane?
songs? No, the DJ lady like on Saturday nights. She's like syndicated around the country and she does all like the love songs and like dedications and all that stuff.
Are you? Oh, you're talking about Delilah?
Delilah? You're about to bust out some Delilah shit. She's like, yeah, I'm here. I want to dedicate this love song from Jenny to Paul, and like you're.
I
gonna-
know. Zach's like, you guys are so old, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I kind of feel
Yeah,
boomerish
I was about
right
to say,
about
what
now.
in the NPR fuck are you guys talking about?
You
It
never
comes
heard
on like
Delilah?
93.7, doesn't it?
Me and Jacob are 8 years apart. We're still both the youngest fucking people in the room.
That's true.
Yeah,
That
but
is actually a fact.
Everybody's heard of Delilah. She's been
No,
around.
that's how I feel. You
Yeah.
haven't heard of Delilah?
Dude, she's
You
been
know-
around for like 50 years.
You've never been in a car and Delilah was
Yeah.
on the radio?
No.
What the fuck
round,
have you been doing?
God.
You know what? Round
I'm
robin.
only,
We're
like,
gonna do a whole new podcast with Zachary Perkins now.
I know.
Yeah, we're gonna replace you.
Zach, do you want to say anything about Aquarius or anything? You want to throw
I
your
do have
throw
a
your
really
2
funny
cents
thing
in?
that I wanna do, though.
Okay, put your face in here.
Okay.
Give me your face, boy.
He's a little sick. Forgive him.
Yeah.
A little sick in the head.
Yeah. A lot of Mark Norman's jokes were a lot like Zach's jokes.
All right.
Actually, they were.
Really?
He
we
did.
got-
You know the fake news joke Zach does, where he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, was it a Holocaust or was it a concentration? Was it a concentration camp or
fat
was it a
camp.
fat camp?" And then he
Oh.
does was it 9/11 or was it dope ass reason for me to stay home from school in 3rd grade? There was a joke that was like the same exact premise that Mark Norman did.
Wow.
Like, I swear to God. So
We're gonna get Mark Norman on eventually. What do
Hey,
you have
we're
to say,
running
Zach?
up
We
on
have
3 minutes. We got to do our do our closing
I got,
bits here.
when I was doing the test audio capture for Patty's set, I got both of y'all's 10-minute sets in HD audio capture. So I'm gonna dub that over Roy Moore and Trump speeches. So I'm gonna get both of y'all canceled super hard.
So we don't have video footage, but we have the audio of theirs?
Yeah, so all I gotta do is just find like a Roy Moore Trump rally, and I'm just gonna put y'all's audio over it.
Fantastic.
I would very much appreciate that.
I want to see that
Good
now.
looking up.
Yeah, Jason's more of a Trump, and Jacob's more of a Roy Moore. So we're gonna take.
I don't know who that is. I thought you were gonna call me Chris Christie.
Roy Moore's the guy that banged a 14-year-old as a congressman. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pedophile jokes, they really, yeah.
And he went to vote. When he went to vote for himself, he rode to the polls on his horse just to be a
Did he?
badass. Yeah, I was like, what are you
Yeah,
doing,
he's
dude? You know they invented cars like 110 years ago.
That's an Alabama congressman. Our congresswoman only talked about lynching people. She didn't fucking
Only.
Alabama.
Alabama. Patty, we have less than a minute now. Do you have anything left that you want to say? Hurry, we're defusing bomb.
I switched my Instagram name to patty.dwyer because it looks better. So follow me on Instagram too, and on Facebook, Patty Dwyer. I add everybody and anybody. So yeah, be my friend. I'll post all the shit. Come to the
And
show
you
on
have-
Friday. Be lucky.
You have an Instagram for Aquarius now, right?
Yes, there's an Aquarius Instagram and a Facebook page now as well. So if you want a comedy reel taped, or if you want a music event or a comedy event, or you want pictures, call us, message us, do whatever.
Fantastic. And I'm releasing this tonight as regular episode for everybody. Just an extra
Oh
episode.
yeah. Thanks for having me, you guys. I love y'all.
Merry
being on.
Christmas, but subscribe to our fucking Patreon next time.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, do it, you guys.
I love you guys. And I'm gonna let me play the music here.
You play the
Ah.
music.
Oh my god!
Play
Oh my god! Here we go! You want to get a hold of us? Got at Open Micers Podcast on Twitter, Open Micers Podcast on Facebook, and go to openmicers.com. Takes you to our Patreon, and of course, we do posts about our TeePublic. We can go get T-shirts and mugs and masks and all kind of cool stuff. So go there, give us money. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Alrighty, that was fun.
If you
All
buy
right,
an
Yeah,
open
that's
mic
great.
mask, I'll fist fight COVID for you.
Thank you, everybody on Twitch, for watching. We'll see you Thursday.